for joining. Thank you, Emeka Okazo, for joining. I appreciate you. Today, good afternoon, guys. Today we have a very good topic. A very good topic today, a topic of interest. The title of today's topic is Rediscovering Yourself. Rediscovering Yourself. Let me try and put the topic so that my friends on Facebook can see the topic. Rediscovering. Rediscovering yourself. 1 second. Rediscovering yourself. Okay, that is a topic on Facebook. So before we begin, actually, this is a topic I want to emphasize the importance of this topic. And this topic to me is very, very personal. When I mean it's very personal, each and every one of us need to know ourselves. We need to discover ourselves. We don't have to allow the world to discover us. We have to tell the world who we are. That is why this topic is very, very, very important. And before I begin, I would like to do a new thing which I've never done before. And this will be a routine we do every week. And what is that routine? I want us to practice what I call meditation or reflection. Okay? Because I know that this is a very good topic, we have to reflect on who we are. So, my friends on Facebook hearing me, and my friends on Instagram hearing me, wherever you are in the world, I want you to sit back and close your eyes for 30 seconds, 30 seconds, and reflect on who you are. Just 30 seconds. So, there is going to be a silence wherever you are. Go into your mind and ask yourself, who am I? Who am I? Am I the original version of myself? Am I living my true life? Who are you? What do people say you are? What do you think you are created for? What is that single thing you can do confidently anytime, anywhere, when nobody is watching you? Reflect on those things you've done in the past that made you to succeed in life. Reflect very, very well. Ask yourself, who are you? If you have been able to do this little reflection, you will agree with me that there's something you have to know about yourself, and that is you are unique. So, right now, I want us to begin with affirmation. Thank you, Aboseri Oborise Ariye, for joining. Sorry, I can't get the right pronunciation. Thank you, Heaven KS Bundles, for joining. Thank you, Modest eBay, for joining. Thank you, Heaven KS Bundles, for joining. I appreciate you guys. So we have to ask ourselves, how do we rediscover ourselves? In doing that, I want us to apply what I call affirmation. Today we have 6 affirmation. So I want you guys to really hear me out, please. I want each and every one of you to hear me. Okay, if you're a man, if you're a female, if you're a parent, let us go into affirmation. The first affirmation I have for today is, you are not lost. The second affirmation is, be yourself. Everyone is taken. The third affirmation I have is, every problem has a solution. The fourth affirmation I have is, you can't imitate style. The fifth affirmation I have, until you have figured out your life purpose and the goal you are winning for, you will only be existing as opposed to living. Let me repeat that. Until you have figured out your life purpose and the goal you are winning for, you will only be existing and not living. And then the final affirmation I have is, knowing others is wisdom, but knowing yourself is enlightenment. I repeat, knowing others is wisdom, but knowing yourself is enlightenment. So today, we're going to enlighten ourselves on how can we rediscover ourselves. How can you rediscover yourself? Wherever you are, don't feel you have lost it. You have not lost it. Every day we try to rediscover ourselves. Every day we try to do better by being better than what we were yesterday. So I'm going to guide you guys into different ways on how you can really discover yourself. But I want to let you know that you are a success. Why I say you are a success is because you have seeds of greatness in you. Everybody have a seed. There's a seed inside of you that you need to germinate. Once you have been able to germinate your seed, you have to water it, nurture it, and then remove the weeds. So these are the challenges that people have in life because people fail to understand the seeds they have. There's a seed inside of you. That seed can be ideas, it can be song, it can be dreams, it could be artwork, it could be talent, whatever it is, you have a seed inside of you. It's high time for you to ask yourself, what is my seed? A seed is what differentiates you from each and every one of us living on earth. Just like we have plants, we have mango seed, we have grape seed, we have pineapple seed, we have orange seed. Every seed is different. That is how you are. You are different. Thank you, Petra, Tonya for joining. Thank you, Uza, for joining. Every seed is different. What is your seed? Your seed makes you unique. Your seed is your style. Your seed makes you extraordinary. Once you lose your seed, you are losing a priceless virtue. Thank you, Daddy Sikora. Thank you, Prince Ujili, for joining. Once you lose your seed, you've lost a precious jewel. So ask yourself, what is your seed? Like I said, your seed can be your dream. It could be your talent. It could be a song that you know. It could be artwork. It could be a skill. It could be your gift. That is your skill. That is your seed. You have to plant that seed, nurture it, and then you can harvest it when it is ripe. So you have what I call seeds of greatness. Finding yourself is not an ideal solution because you are not lost. So to the extent anybody feels he or she is lost, you are not lost. Why do I say you are not lost? We only have money and valuable things that can get missing. Money, goods, it could be your house, it could be your clothes, it could be your furniture, it could be material things. These are the things that get lost. But there are things that cannot get lost. And that's what I want to show to you today, that you are not a missing being. Why people get lost is because they have been able to customize their mindsets by what people say, what the environment say, what their families say, what the world says. That is why people get lost in life. But once you know your seed and then you know what is inside of you, you're not lost. Everybody's unique. It could be that you have decided to study law, medicine, agriculture, or whatever it is based on what people are saying. Then that is when you become lost. However, you can still rediscover your paths. So when people get lost is when people listen to other forces. You have to listen to your inner voice. Listen to your inner voice and then believe in your seed, that you have seeds of greatness. Everybody might not see that seed in you, but you can see that seed. You can feel it. And once you feel it, it's only you that can give it out. You know, there's a saying in the Holy Book that he that's in you is greater and stronger than he that is in the world. If the whole world is telling you you can do it and you know you cannot do it, you will fail. But if the whole world is telling you you cannot do it and you know you can do it, you will succeed because he that's in you is greater and stronger than he that is in the world. So that is where your seed comes from. So finding yourself is not the ideal solution because you are not lost. Once you listen to public opinions and pressures, then it can have an effect on you. What now happens? You have to unlearn, relearn, and relearn. What does that really mean? You are now a matured being. So you now have to take a firm decision on how you can really stand for who you are on earth. Because once you fail to discover what is so unique about you, you will start to live life for every other person. So there are many reasons why people fail in life. There are many reasons. And I'm going to go with you in those reasons why people really fail in life. One of those reasons why people fail in life is because they fail to discover what is so unique about them. Let me give you a case study of someone like Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg, like you all know, he is the owner of Facebook. If you want to know how Facebook works, you ask Mark Zuckerberg. Thank you, Daddy Secura. Thank you, Stardo Official, for joining him. If you want to know how Microsoft work, you will ask Bill Gates because he is the founder of Microsoft. If you want to know how a product works, you have to ask the manufacturer of that product how it works. Just like we have an NGO. Nobody can say what an NGO is except you, the founder. So that is how you know how you have been customized, how you have been functioned, how you have been structured to succeed in life. So let's say if you want to know yourself, you have to ask your creator. Your creator is the one that is going to tell you who you are. So I'm going to go with you guys into different ways on how you can know what is so unique about you and how you can really unleash your potentials. So like I said, Facebook is by Mark Zuckerberg. He knows how Facebook works. Microsoft is by Bill Gates. He knows how Microsoft works. So if you want to know how you work, you have to ask your creator. Thank you, Stanko, for joining. You have to ask your creator. Then you will now know how you are, what you have been destined to do on earth. So there's a unique mission for you in this life. There's a mission for you to do. Nobody was created for vacuum. No, there's something that is so unique about you. You have to sit there and ask yourself, what is that unique thing about me? What is that thing I can do more than any other person? It could be the way you think, write, talk. There is something so unique about you. It could be your gifts. It could be your talent. It could be even your academical intelligence. There is something so unique about you. So you have to ask yourself, what is the mission that you have to accomplish in this life? What is that thing that you can do? How can you rediscover yourself? So once you have been able to rediscover that thing that is really unique about you, then you can now really unleash your potentials. Because rediscovery is a problem affecting so many people today, especially the youths. Even adults, they fail to discover who they are. See, the book of life make us understand that my people perish because they lack knowledge. So rediscovery is like an evolving process. We all evolve. We learn every day. We learn every day. That is why it's always good to learn, relearn, and relearn. So we all learn every day. So by relearning, you are rediscovering yourself. So for the youth themselves who have not been able to rediscover themselves, it's a high time for you to know what is that thing that is unique about me. So I'm going to be sharing with you those little things that is so unique about you. But before I do that, I'm going to share with you a story by Henry Ford. So just hang out for a minute and I'm going to show you a story by Henry Ford. So most people fail to understand themselves. That's a problem. That is why many people fail. If you have a job and that job, you don't like that job, you will have a hard time to succeed. Why? Because you've not been able to tally yourself to what you really like. So once you understand yourself, you will know what you really like and what you can do. You have to ask yourself, what is your lifestyle? What is your lifestyle? Are you trying to imitate somebody? Are you trying to be like somebody else? So has it ever occurred to you that you are not anybody? You are yourself. There's a quote by Oscar Wilde. He said, be yourself, everyone is taken. Be yourself, everyone is taken. So now I'm going to give you that story by Henry Ford. For those of you who know Henry Ford is the one that owns Ford Motors. There was a story that a man was driving his car. So along the way, the car broke down. So when the car broke down, he was trying to fix the car, but he couldn't. He couldn't fix the car. He tried everything he was doing, he couldn't fix the car. So all of a sudden, an old man was driving. So when this old man was driving, he saw this young man trying to fix the car. The young man could not fix the car. So he told the young man, what's the problem? The young man said, well, I've been on this for a while. I'm trying to fix this car. The man said, okay, I'm going to help you to fix the car. The man told him, no, go, sir. You're an old man. You have no idea what I'm dealing with. You're an old man. So the man laughed and told him, okay, just don't worry. Just give me a minute, okay? So he now told the man to start the car. The man started the car, and then he couldn't understand. He understood where the problem was coming from. That is Henry Ford. So he opened the bonnet of the car, and he was able to change a knot. Then he told the man again, start the car. the car was now working properly. The man was shocked because for the past 1 hour, he has been struggling to start this car, but the car refused to start. So what's the problem? They asked the man, what's the problem? The man says, I am Henry Ford. I am the one that invented this car. This man was shocked. So sometimes in life, do not judge a book by its cover. Okay, so Henry Ford came in and was able to work on this car. So what does that mean? That means that Henry Ford is the owner and inventor of Ford Motors. He understands how the car really works. That is why I said a great way for you to know yourself is to ask your creator. Ask your creator, he or she will tell you who you are. So how can we discover ourselves? How can we unleash our potentials? How can we come up to who we are? I'm going to give you a quote by Richard Leader. He said, purpose plus gift plus value equals purpose. Purpose equals gift, passion, and values. So for you to know your purpose in life, you must know what is your gift, you must know what is your value, and you must know your passion. These are the things that will give you value. These are the things that will help you to rediscover yourself. So let us go into some of those ideas on how we can really rediscover ourselves. The first thing I want to tell you guys is factory setting. Factory setting. Factory setting is all about going back to what you are initially. Going back to what you are initially. Factory setting. What is that thing you wear when you think that the whole world has applauded you? It could be when you were a kid, you could sing very well, you could dance very well, or you have a talent, or you have a gift. So factory setting is very, very important. Your factory setting can be going back to your creator to ask him, what am I? Your factory setting can be that you are going into silent mood, meditation, to see how you can really unveil your personality. I'm going to share with you a story. There's a story by a great man. He said that every human being is different. So there's something so unique about you. So he went as far as saying that each and every one of us have 86,400 seconds. And he was able to explain this by giving us a large sum of money. He said, if you are given $86,400, what will you do with it? Okay, so I'm asking you now, if you have $86,400, what will you do with it? Okay, and then just know that every day this money comes to you. Every day, a deposit of $86,400 is deposited into your account. If you don't use this money, the money goes away till the next day. So every day, when you get $86,400, what will you do? Will you squander the whole money or will you keep it? Well, I guess you will want to invest that money by using everything, because once you leave a token, it goes out. So what does that really mean? If you have $86,400, what you will do is you will try and use it. That is how time works. Okay, so once you meditate and have time for yourself, you will not know how to make use of your time, because time is priceless. So imagine if you have money and then you're not using that money rightly, what's going to happen? The money might not be of value to you. So once you use your money very well, you are using your time very, very well. Okay, so in doing this, I want you to also know what I call factory setting with time. Okay, there's a quote by Abraham Lincoln. He says, if I'm given 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'm going to use the first 4 hours to sharpen my axe. What does that really mean? For you to really discover yourself, you have to sit down and meditate. Meditate very, very well. Ask yourself, who am I? Self-discovery is one of the hardest things in the whole world. Self-discovery is one of the hardest things in the whole world. A lot of people don't know themselves. So you have to take your time to really discover what is so unique about you. So that is why Abraham Lincoln said he will use the first 4 hours to sharpen the axe, because once you have been able to sharpen the axe, in 2 hours time you will be able to cut down the tree, no matter how big that tree is. But if you have not been able to sharpen your axe, it will be hard for you to really cut down a tree. So preparation is very, very important. That is why I said you have to go back to factory setting by meditating, by using your time very, very well. So the second point again I want to share with you guys is your instincts. What is your instincts? What do you feel? What makes you happy? What is that thing you can do for joy? What is that thing that you can do even when you are sleeping? If somebody should wake you from the sleep, you could say, okay, I will do it. What is that thing you can do with ease? What is that thing you can do and then nobody pays you? Your instinct is like your intuition. It comes from your heart. You have to know that thing that is so unique about you. Okay, so the other point again I want to share with you guys is asking your creator, who you are. Your creator is like your God, like your inventor, someone who has the master key to your life, someone who knows how you function. I mentioned earlier on, Mark Zuckerberg owns Facebook. He knows how Facebook works. Bill Gates owns Microsoft Soft. He knows how Microsoft works. Jack Ma owns Twitter. He knows how Twitter works. So you have to ask your creator, how do I work? What is that thing you have in me? And in doing that, you can see for yourself that there are things you can do with ease. For me, I'm a good writer. I have to discover writing by learning. I speak. I discovered speaking when I started practicing. And all these things came up when I started doing meditation. I was meditating, I was practicing, I was praying, and these things came to reality. So you have to ask your creator, what is that gift you have? There's a gift you have, there's a skill you have, there's a talent you have, there's something you have which somebody else does not have. So that thing that you have, which you can do very, very well, more than any other person, is something you have to really put into your mindset. So that gift is something you have to really apply very, very well. Then you can also reach out to friends. Okay, how do you reach out? You could join organizations, you could join associations, you could join clubs, you could network. When you join these groups, make yourself available by learning. You will discover that you have things somebody else does not have. Let me give you an example. When I came to the US recently, I joined the Nigerian Lawyers Association and I became the PRO, like the public relations officer for the organizations. I never knew I have these great skills in leadership. When I joined this great association, I started writing. That was when I knew I have skills in writing. I started to learn about leadership. That was when I now developed the interest in leadership. And I had great mentors that were able to nurture me. So I will encourage you to join organizations, join associations, join clubs, participate in community development. You will discover that there is something in you that other people don't have. Just don't stay idle. There is something in you which people don't see, but you yourself, you see it, you feel it, and you know it is in you. You have to nurture it. Okay, you have to nurture it. Don't allow peer pressure to really affect you. People can tell you you are failing, you can't do it. Yes, they might be telling you, but learn from your mistake. Because at the end of the day, it's not how far, but it's how well. So I'm encouraging you to always ask yourself, what is that thing that is so unique about me? What is that group that I've joined in the past that has made me a very unique person? You have to look inwards to yourself and ask yourself, there's something in me. What is that thing? You can do that by listening to your instincts. Your instincts will never deceive you. It can never deceive you. It will always show you the right way for you to really succeed. You can also learn your skills, your gifts, your talent. And let me shed a little light about gift, talent, and skills. Talents and skills cannot be learned. Talent and gifts cannot be learned. They are freely given. Okay, but skills can be learned. Skills can be learned. So once you have a passion for a skill, you can always see yourself doing very, very well. Once you have a skill, you can always see yourself doing very, very well. So your skill, your passion, and your interest will make you to really succeed in life. So always know what is so unique about you. Always know your skill, always know your passion, and always know what really interests you. Okay, so another area again you can really know what is so unique about you is by practicing what I call gratitude. Gratitude is priceless. A lot of people fail to appreciate themselves. It will be hard for people to really appreciate you when you don't really appreciate yourself. It will be hard for people to appreciate you when you don't really appreciate yourself. Thank you, Hugo Gabriel, for joining. How do you appreciate yourself? There are several ways for you to really appreciate yourself. Okay, give yourself some level of approval. Give yourself approval. Listen to your inner self by paying attention to what you are saying. Because once you listen to your inner self, your instincts can never deceive you. It's just like your conscience. Your conscience can never deceive you. So you have to appreciate yourself by listening to your inner self. Admire yourself. Okay? If you don't appreciate yourself, nobody's going to appreciate you. So give yourself a level of approval. Tap yourself at the back. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. That will go a longer way to really help you. Then another great way for you to really rediscover yourself is by having mentors. Sometimes you don't know what you have. You don't know what you have until people spot it out. Okay, I have been privileged and blessed to have mentors all over the world every day. My mentors can be somebody older than me, somebody younger than me. It could even be my wife, it could be my friend or my siblings or my father. So once they see something so unique about you, they might tell you this is what you have to do. And then you have to now nurture it, develop it. Because sometimes you don't really know what you have. So there are many ways to really discover yourself. Okay, so rediscovering yourself is a lifelong process. We don't fully know ourselves until the end of time because every day we have to keep rediscovering ourselves by learning, relearning, and unlearning. So when you were a kid, there were things you were doing. Your parents were guiding you, nurturing you. But when you became of old, okay, you became matured. Now there are things you now decided to do. Say, okay, now I am no longer a child. I want to live the life I want to live. So you decide to make way for yourself. So mentors can really go a longer way to really help you to really discover yourself. I've had mentors, like I said earlier on, to have helped me so much. My mentors have been able to give me opportunities that are priceless. So today I'm encouraging you to really ask yourself, who is my mentor? Who is that person that I am looking up to? Okay, as we are celebrating Father's Day today, there is something going on viral which the whole world needs to understand. Every man needs to have a man in his life. What does that really mean? You have to have a man you listen to. So that man can be your father, it could be your brother, it could be an uncle, it can be somebody. If you say you have no man in your life, that's a problem right there. That's a challenge right there because you don't know it all. You have to learn from those who have been there. So self-discovery is a very, very hard thing to understand. But when you practice the right skills, you can really get it. And let me take it a little bit further. Okay, there are three kinds of life we have in the world. We have the we have civil life, we have the private life, and then we have the public life. Let me go a little bit deeper. There's a saying that in life, be civil to all, be social to many, and familiar to few. So how does that really work? In public life, there is a life you live. So the way you relate in the family is different from the way you relate outside. So once you are in the public, there's a level of decorum that is expected of you, right? Great. Now, once you have your private life, it's only you and your siblings, probably your family that knows about you or your inner circle. That's your private life. But your secret life is only you that knows it. Only you know your secret life. And in that secret life, that is when you will find yourself to know who you are. You can lie to others, but you can never lie to yourself, right? That's a fact. So you have to ask yourself, what is that thing that only me knows, which no one else know? What is that thing that I feel internally, which someone else does not see and feel? The whole world sets apart for the man who knows where he's going to. Okay, so once you have rediscovered yourself, it can be an unpopular decision. It could be an unpopular route which people don't really know. but you know yourself. So it's not all about people telling you who you are. It's all about you knowing who you are. That is all that matters in life. People might tell you what you don't like, accept it, but keep going where you are, because at the end of the day, it's not how far, but how well. We have seen stories of people whom the whole world told that they will never amount to anything, but they were able to succeed. So I'm asking you today, what is that thing in you that only you know? Not what the whole world is telling you. It could be the world is telling you, oh, I see you great in this area. Yes, that is good. But what do you feel internally? What is that secret thing in your heart? What is that instinct? What is that feeling you have? And this can be done with your secret life, not your public life, not your private life, but your secret life. So I'm going to end by answering you guys some couple of questions. Okay, I would like you guys to really think deep into it and ask yourself, if you have everything in the world, what will you do with your time? If you have everything in the world, what will you do with your time? And for those of you who don't really know the answer, I'm going to help you a little bit. So, if you have everything in the world, or let me say, if you have all the whole money you want, now, for example, somebody gives you $1 billion, what will you do with your time? If someone should give you $1 billion, what will you do with your time? Well, I don't know what you're going to do with your time, but if someone should give me $1 billion, it's easy. I will go around the world to inspire people, to counsel people, to teach people how they can really discover themselves, to help people with self-discovery. I'm very big on empowerment, but the answer to that question is simply, if you have been given $1 billion, what will you do with your time? Whatever you decide to do with your time shows where your interest is, because wherever your heart is, that is where your interest will lie. So wherever you invest your time, that is what makes you happy. So if someone should give you $1 billion, whatever you decide to do, like in your freestyle, it could be you're traveling, that makes you happy. That is where probably you could help to discover what is so unique about you. So there are many ways to really discover oneself. Like I said, there is no hard and fast rule to really discover oneself. There are so many ways that we can use to really discover ourselves. But you see, many people fail because they don't really know themselves. So I'm going to end with a quote that I had from one of my mentors. Just permit me to read it out. It says that to become devoted to a calling, you have to have a sense of responsibility. And to have a sense of responsibility, and to have that sense, you must have hopes and aspirations that you look up to. So if you have no calling, if you have no sense of responsibility, if you have no hope, if you have no aspiration, then you are not living, you're only existing. Let me repeat that quote. To have to become what you have been called to do, you have to have a sense of responsibility, and you have to have a sense of hope and aspiration that you look towards. If you have no hope, if you have no aspiration, if you have no calling, then you are out of life. What are you doing? There's nothing really there for you. So you must have a vision in life. So begin to move forward. Ask yourself, who am I? Assess yourself. Once you have been able to assess yourself, then you will begin to move forward because you have been able to understand who you are. Once you begin to move forward, you'll be able to create a mission and a vision of where you want to go. And then you determine to succeed. Okay, in doing this, always ask people, what do they think? Ask for feedback. It could be critique, it could be different things. Trust me, once you ask for the right feedback, people are there to really support you or to encourage you. So it's always important for you to ask yourself these things that can really help you. So I'm going to leave the floor open for anybody who has a question, because it's very, very important for us to really understand ourselves. Self-discovery is a very challenging tool people don't really know. So you can really discover yourself once you have been able to practice all I've been saying. So I'm going to share with you a recap of all I said that can help you to really discover yourself. Number one, I spoke about factory setting. Going back to those things you do when you were much younger, those things you told yourself, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a dancer, I want to be a footballer. Those are those things you do. It could be that you were singing. Ask yourself those things you do once you were a little kid, or those things you do with ease. Then you can now be able to really know what is so unique about you. Follow your instincts or your conscience because they will never deceive you. Okay, have what I call emotional well-being. What does that really work? You have to look internally, look inwards. What do you feel? It's just like if you want to get married. What do you feel internally? What do you feel? Do you feel the right energy? Does your spirit tell you I'm okay with this? So emotional intelligence is very, very important. People don't know. You have to stick to your calling by asking your creator. I spoke about Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg. These are great founders. Jack Ma, great founders. So you have to ask your creator, what is my gift? What is my talent? What is my skill? You can do this by meditation because when you ask your creator by praying, depending on who you believe in, I believe in God, your creator might show you the way, and you can discover your way once you make yourself available because you can't be doing the same thing and expect a different result. So you have to go hands on by trying. For me, I tried writing and I discovered over time that writing is a skill for me. And now I have discovered the art of writing. I tried public speaking, and people were giving me great commendation, great validation. And today I can see myself as a great public speaker. So there are things that are so unique about me. So I've been able to discover this. So by meditating, these are skills, these are talents. Okay, I spoke about knowing what is so unique about you. It could be the way you sing, it could be your gifts, it could be your talents. Okay, so like I said, skills can be learned, but talent and gifts cannot be learned. So you have to tell yourself the truth. You don't have to constrain yourself to what the whole world is saying. You have to be concerned about what do you feel? What is your heart telling you? That is a great way for you to really know yourself. Okay, I spoke about meditation. Meditation is very, very important. You can lie to others, but you can never lie to yourself because once you lie to yourself, you are setting up yourself for failure. Then I spoke about how you can appreciate yourself by self-approval. Approve yourself, commend yourself. If people don't commend you, you commend yourself. Okay, once you commend yourself, you have a level of confidence in your mind. How can you commend yourself? You can commend yourself by giving yourself some level of approval. Thank you, Zure Brown, for joining. Okay, you have to admire yourself. Admire yourself. Self admiration is priceless. Nobody will appreciate you if you don't appreciate yourself. Admire yourself. Look yourself into the mirror and says, I am beautiful, I am handsome, I am successful, I'm going to be great. Trust me, there's power in the mouth. There's power in the mouth. When I was writing my book, I told myself and I told my mom that I'm going to be great. And it's going to be great. Even when I was doing this video, I told my wife that this video will be awesome. And it's coming up that way. So there's power in the mouth. Admire yourself. Okay? Don't be hard on yourself. Okay? We have to learn, relearn, and unlearn. Okay? Once you have been able to find your purpose in life, trust me, your next gift will be to give it away. Because the day you discover your gift, that is the day you become a millionaire. But people don't know. The day you discover your gift, that is the day you become a millionaire. So once you have been able to discover your purpose, the next thing for you to do is to give it out. Now I'm doing Instagram Live on Facebook and on Instagram. Why? Because I've been able to discover myself and I'm not giving it out. And all over the world, people are watching me, giving me recommendations, calling me for different services. So you have to really discover yourself. It is not, there is no hard and fast rule to understanding these things. Another great way for you to discover yourself is by having mentors. Mentors see what you cannot see. I always tell people that what an old man sees while sitting down on a chair, no matter how tall a child grows, he or she won't be able to see it. There's something a mentor can see in you that you cannot see. There's something a friend can see in you cannot see. There's something a family member can see in you that you cannot see. So you have to have a mentor, have friends, have people you look up to. And then ask yourself again, what is that thing in me that is so good that only me know? I spoke about the secret life, the public life, and the private life. The public life is the one you live, the whole world sees you, right? That's the public life. You're out there. But the private life is the one only your family members and your close friends know. But the secret life is the one only you know. Only you know. Not even your wife, not even your sibling, nobody. So those things that you feel internally, those things can really help you to really discover who you are. For me, I have what is in me that whenever I have been inspired, I go for it. And I'm going to give you a typical example. So before I got married to my wife, I had a lot of things going on in my mind. But when I felt the right energy, I went for it. People did not see what I was seeing, but I knew what I was seeing. Okay, and at the end of the day, I discovered that I made the right choice. Okay, and God willingly is going to be like that, blossom day by day and year to year till death do us apart. So the whole world might not believe in you, but you have to believe in yourself. It is very, very important you believe in yourself, because if the whole world is telling you you cannot do it, and you know you can do it, you will succeed. But if the whole world is telling you you cannot do it, and you know you can do it, you will succeed. Okay, so I ended up by asking you guys a question. Have you discovered yourself? If you have everything in the world, what will you do with your time? That's a question I want you guys to sit down and ask yourself. And in doing that, I want you to know that to become a human being in this life, to become devoted to your calling, you have to have a sense of responsibility. You have to have hopes and aspirations you look up to. If you don't have any hope and aspiration you look up to, then you're not living. You're outside the world, because some people are merely existing as opposed to living. So once you have been able to understand yourself, then you're on the right path to succeed in life. So finally, I want you to sit down and ask yourself, what is the vision you want in life? How can you create that vision? Sit down and assess yourself. Assess yourself. Assess yourself very, very well. Once you have been able to assess yourself, it could be hours, it could be days, it could be months. But once you have been able to assess yourself and you know that this is me, this is me, trust me, you are on the right path. Then you will begin to move forward. Because if you don't have your right foundation, it's hard. The whole world sets apart for the man who knows where he's going. The journey of a thousand miles begins with a stop in the right direction. But before you begin that stop, that journey, you have to ask yourself that question. Who am I? What do I like? What is my vision? And when you get it, then you begin to move forward. As you move forward, then you create a mission and a vision statement for yourself. Then you now determine to see to the end of it. And in doing that, ask people, evaluate yourself and see how far you've come. Trust me, if you have been able to do this, you will see yourself succeeding. It might take a time, it might take a while, but at the end of the day, you will truly succeed. So that being said, I hope I've been able to give you guys some insights about how you can really discover yourself. I will appreciate if you can share this video to your friends, to your family members, to to anyone who wants to really succeed in life, because it is very, very priceless. Thank you, Zira Brown. You said with a step in the right direction, how do you know you are in the right direction? I spoke about instincts, feeling. How do you know? I spoke about instincts. Okay, instincts. Once you know how to meditate, you can have yourself in the right direction. Maybe we can discuss after this webinar, because I have to attend another webinar right now. But you can know how you can know when you're in the right direction once you have the right instinct. You will feel it from yourself. I give a practical example of my wife before I got married to her. You know, people were not seeing the right thing in her, but I felt the right energy. Okay, that instinct was in me and I felt it. And when I felt it, I was able to move. Okay, so it's all about me. Again, I said again, if the whole world is telling you you cannot do it, but internally you know you can do it, you will succeed. But if the whole world is telling you you cannot do it and you know you can do it, you will succeed. But if the world is telling you cannot do it and you know you can do it, you will succeed. But if they tell you you can do it and you know you can't do it, you will fail. So it's all about you internally. Okay, so maybe when I'm done with this, we can now go in. Thank you, and now have another conversation. So that being said, I want you guys to feel free to watch this video again. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, because this will be on my YouTube channel. Invite your friends. Next week we shall be here again. Ask many questions you have, and trust me, I believe we're gonna have a good day. Take care and have a nice day. Bye.